Hello everybody, this is Jitterzz, and welcome to my guide for the Windwalker Monk. Yes, we are going to do a guide now. I noticed that, my last guide, I had already made a guide, but it was like only 4 minutes long. And the thing is, I realized after I made it that I'm probably just going to really have to devote a bit more time into talking to you guys about what a monk does. What is our class's purpose? What do we do? And how do we play it effectively? So now I'm going to come out with this video explaining some of those questions. First, we're going to talk about talents. Thank you guys so much for watching and for joining, and let's dive right into this. So, personally, I like Celerity when I go for my level 15 talent, especially for Battlegrounds. Most of the games I play are just normal Battlegrounds, so the extra mobility is fun, and also it really helps with our burst, and it allows us to last hit and get killing blows, because I'm one of those players who likes just going into a BG and having a fun time, just going up and hitting people and killing, getting as many killing blows as possible. So I go Celerity. Tiger's Lust is for a lot more high-end gameplay where you're gonna have to, like arenas. I think that Tiger's Lust is perfect for arenas because of the fact that you have to get out of roots, you have to get out of slows. Sometimes you have to get out of the way really quickly. So Tiger's Lust is really good for that. Don't take momentum; it's not worth it. It doesn't, it doesn't give us anything to benefit from. Chi Wave is our level 30 talent that I like to take, but the thing is I think that Chi Burst is a better option because of the fact that Chi Burst can be used in quick succession. You go Chi Burst into a Rising Sun Kick, and then you can follow it up with a Fists of Fury, or you can follow it up with a Chi Explosion, or and you can do a lot of damage like that, and it's a lot of burst damage rising, and then you jumping Chi Torpedo, and you kill people really fast. So that's why I recommend taking Chi Burst. A lot of people take Chi Burst for those very reasons that I talked about. Don't take Zen Sphere; it's not worth it at all. You better take Chi Wave if you wanted to take Zen Sphere. Just take Chi Wave if you want to play a different play style than Chi Burst, because it is instant cast and it gives you probably better healing, but Chi Burst does do significantly more damage. So for level 45 talents, Power Strikes, don't even bother reading this talent. Ascension, the thing is that I actually kind of like Ascension, but the thing is that Energizing Brew, or in the new expansion Energizing Elixir, will pretty much take Ascension's place half the time, which is what Chi Brew does now. It gives us our Chi, and it gives us Tiger Eye Brew stacks. Now, next expansion, it won't even be giving us Tiger Eye Brew because we'll already have, a set Tiger Eye Brew. So this will actually give us full energy next expansion, and that'll be much more significant than Ascension. So I really recommend taking Chi Brew for those reasons. I think that it is definitely the most superior choice in this tier. Same thing for Leg Sweep, and for a lot of the same reasons, is that these ones are just pretty obsolete in our gameplay now, and really Leg Sweep is what it's all about. It's all about getting a sap onto people, and then if people frickin' if they trinket your sap, then you run in and you get a full leg sweep, then you Chi Burst into a Rising Sun Kick, and you just do jumping Chi Torpedoes, and you just kill people. You kill them really fast. So leg sweep is too good to not take. Same thing with healing elixirs. Now, the thing is, I have not really tried Dampen Harm or Diffuse Magic, because 110% of the time I'll just be taking healing elixirs anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This tier, for me, is a no-brainer, healing elixirs. But you can have different opinions, and that's totally because it's your gameplay style. And that's the wonderful thing about World of Warcraft, is that we all have different gameplay styles, and we can all play certain things in such different ways. And so if you guys like these, go right ahead and use them. I feel like healing elixirs can come in really clutch sometimes, and I really enjoy it. So, level 90 talents. Well, we have Rushing Jade Wind. Now, Rushing Jade Wind is a very, it was a good talent, and it's not anymore. Mainly because of the fact that it costs 40 energy, and our jab costs 45 energy. Like, we can only Rushing Jade Wind and then expel harm, and then wait until we can generate some more chi. So really, rushing Jade Wind is not worth it. It's an energy dump. It's not worth it. It doesn't do enough damage for what it's worth. They're fixing it in Legion. It'll be wonderful again. Invoke Zwen. Really good for burst if you like your burst gameplay style. If you just want to burst somebody down 100 to 0, I think that Zwen is really friggin' good for that, because of the fact that if you can get the full 45 seconds out of him, he's amazing for those 45 seconds. But the one that I would take 90% of the time, Zwen only has a 10% chance of coming along with us when we have Chi Torpedo sitting at 90% what you should take. Because of the fact that it just does so much of our damage right now. Our gameplay style is actually going like this and then jumping to get crazy Chi Torpedo damage off. And the way to do that is that you need to jump and then click your Chi Torpedo. Now the thing is, I used to click Chi Torpedo and then jump, but the thing is, sometimes I would have server lag. So you see that I can, when I'm sitting in a city like this, what I'm supposed to do is hit Chi Torpedo and then jump, and it'll keep me stationary. So we can go like this, and then we go Chi Torpedo jump, and it'll keep me stationary. But the thing is, sometimes server lag is different on an arena or on a BG. So when I hit Chi Torpedo and then I hit jump, it registers that I've hit jump too late, and it just vaults me off like this. So that's the problem that I have, and that's why I've changed more to using the jump into Chi Torpedo. It still carries me a little bit of a distance, but the thing is that I chose that for a reason. It's because that I couldn't actually control when it would let me Chi Torpedo jump or just vault me off like that. So I chose the lesser of two evils, and I went with the more common usage of the jump into Chi Torpedo, such as that. Even though it carries me a little bit, it doesn't carry me the full way accidentally. So that's the main way to use your jumping Chi Torpedoes. And then we're going to go over our level 100 talent. Our level 100 talent is Chi Explosion. I mean, maybe I think some people make Serenity work, and I don't enjoy Hurricane Strikes because I really love the ability, but it's no good in this expansion right now because it doesn't allow us to choose who we're damaging. You know. Now, Chi Explosion really does only hit like a wet noodle right now. I mean, it does not do very much damage. But the thing is, the overall damage that you do is probably higher because of the fact that, watch how much Tiger Eye Brew I generate. I'm already at 7. I hit the Chi Brew. I'm at 9. I hit my Rising Sun Kick. Okay, well now I can fully burst. I can fully do all of this damage, stuff like that. And then, okay, time to get ready for our next burst. Oh my gosh, I'm already at 5. There's 9 already. You know, I mean, your overall damage will be so much higher if you take Chi Explosion because of the fact that you are generating so much Tiger Eye Brew. So you'll be doing that 60% damage and healing increase, 100% with Chi Explosion. You know? And that's why you take Chi Explosion. Glyphs, I like Touch of Karma because you kind of want range on your Karma, or else it would just be a really awful time trying to get it off to save your life. Touch of Death, the same thing. It's really awful trying to sit there and use all of your Chi on getting people to 10%. It would be terrible trying to get a jab and a jab, or an expel harm and then a jab and then a touch of death in. It would just be insane. So we need that instant touch of death. And then I go with Glyph of Flying Fists because of the fact that I have a big pet peeve of missing my Fists of Fury, or people just walking out of the range. So I put range into it. What I would recommend is either Glyph of Flying Fists, Glyph of Freedom Roll, or Glyph of Paralysis. It all depends on your gameplay style. Me, this is what I'm going to take pretty much 90% of the time. The only other one I would take is Glyph of Paralysis, because we have Chi Explosion, and sometimes in arenas we do not want to paralyze somebody and then have it break because of a dot tick. So we take Glyph of Paralysis for those reasons. So that's the glyphs. Now let's talk about some stat priority. Stat priority is, of course, agility. And then what I like going is versatility. I like going for versatility. It is it's just really comfortable to use. You're taking less damage and you're doing more healing, and that's great. And you're doing more damage as well. So the thing is, I went for my versatility chest and the haste. So haste is our second talent. Not talent, the stat priority that we want. So it goes, it'll probably be up on the screen right now. I'll probably edit it all in, but it's going to be versatility, haste, and then crit. I don't like multi-strike very much as a thing in general, like as a stat. I don't like multi-strike very much. I like older, things that I've, been more comfortable with, like haste. Haste is amazing for us because of the fact that it gives us such a higher energy regen, and that's what really matters to get more Chi Explosions off, to get more Tiger Eye Brew stacks, and then more damage overall. So that's why I like haste. I don't like multi-strike very much, so I would say that it goes versatility, haste, crit, and then multi-strike, and then mastery. Our mastery is crap. Like, I have a chance to generate Tiger Eye Brew, and it's super unpredictable and untrustworthy. So don't worry about mastery very much. You'll get enough from gear, and don't worry about getting any more. So worry about getting versatility, worry about getting haste, and worry about getting crit after that, if you have to decide. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that I went over all that I need to for a guide. I went over talents, I went over glyphs, I went over stat priority, and yeah, and I'd recommend, guys, another tip is don't forget to use Transcendence. Here's my macros. Right here, it's our burst macro. It's just for our trinket. You can pause it and copy paste if you want. Here's the Chi burst macro. The burst macro that I use is for only when I'm running Chi burst. There is another one for Chi wave. I will get to that in a second. So here's our burst macro. We will hit our burst macro here and cancel it here. So we go burst macro. It casts Tiger Eye Brew for us, and it casts our storm, earth, and fire. And then we can use now Chi burst with this, and it'll copy our Chi burst. Same with Chi explosion. Then we hit our cancel aura macro. Our clone comes back to us, and we are back to 100% damage. And there you go. That's the one-shot macro, and the reason is that you cast Spinning Crane Kick with your clone, and then what it does is it will actually copy that with you because of your Spinning Crane Kick, and then it will copy your AoE abilities. So it'll copy your Chi explosions and stuff. So yeah, that's that one. And then this other macro is for the Chi Wave when I'm running Chi Wave. Same exact principle as the Storm, Earth, and Fire, except instead of spinning Crane Kick, it actually casts Chi Wave on myself, and it does the damage that way, and then there's no spinning Crane Kick that needs to be used, and you can just immediately cast your Chi Explosion. It's really good for that reason. And then, when you're done with your burst, you just hit cancel, it cancels the clone, and then you just get a full 10-stack Fists of Fury off on them. You do a lot of damage, and then jumping Chi Torpedoes. So yeah, those are the macros, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you really want to see more of my content. And until next time, guys, I really appreciate your guys' views. Please leave a comment and ask me any questions if I forgot to go over anything. And if you have any suggestions for other videos. So this is me, and I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.